Let's go to Tessa Fox, who's in Ramallah. Tessa, obviously this is still a developing story, but what more can you tell us about today's clashes?
Hi. So today was set to be the largest day of protests against the Trump administration's decision to move the U.S. Embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Imams of the mosques across Ramallah started their midday calls for everyone to gather in larger mosques in the city so there would be solidarity in numbers. The message, along with the Friday prayers, called for everyone to protest the U.S. decision and defend their country. In terms of the protests and the clashes in Ramallah, specifically at Beit El checkpoint, just north of Ramallah, less people turned out than yesterday, surprisingly. An estimate can be made of approximately 300 people rather than 1,000 who were seen the day before. Even so, the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, displayed more force than yesterday, this time pushing Palestinian youth further back, making ground of at least 50 meters. Yesterday, they didn't advance from their positions. The soldiers used live ammunition, rubber bullets, swaths of tear gas on around 100 young men and women who were throwing stones at them and lighting fires. And as you mentioned, the Red Crescent Society has confirmed 13 injuries from live fire and 47 from rubber bullets across the West Bank and Gaza. And of course, in Gaza, one person has been killed.
Tessa, is support growing in the West Bank for a third intifada?
Within Ramallah, the youth I spoke to said they would not return to university, the youth who study, of course, and they would continue to resist the occupation forces every day until they withdraw from the Palestinian land. So this is a tough battle and an optimistic struggle, but it's one that many of the youth are echoing. While I can't say this is a consensus of the whole of Palestine, many of the youth I spoke to today in Ramallah said they were fed up with the Palestinian Authority, who they believe are selling the Palestinian country and history to the Israelis. Instead, they aligned more with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Some of the youth said they support Hamas because they defend Palestine and have called for an uprising, as you say, a third intifada. So even people in the streets of Ramallah are distraught with the consequences of Trump's announcement, as they can also see support rising for a third intifada.